In the house, we are praise Mother Earth, praise the goddess. Yo, we got a magnificent live for you today, my people. We got a magnificent live today. You know what this live is going to be about, my people, today? A deep dive into the birth certificate. But this is the history of the birth certificate, my people. We are going deep into the history of the birth certificate. Nobody has ever gone deep into the history of the birth certificate. But we are going to do that today. All rights reserved, UCC 1-308, all rights reserved, freedom of speech. Yes, you know what time it is. My people, we, the people. Yes. So, gather in, all my people, gather in. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? We are live, direct, and ready to serve the people. We, the people. We are giving you facts today. And when we go dark right now, it's on and it's on and it's popping. Okay, we going deep now. So check it. Where we coming from? Where we going to? Run with me here. Run with me. Article 41, y'all. 4124. Let's get into it. Vital statistics. Registrars and sub-registrars, compensation and expenses. Expect, as otherwise provided, each registrar shall be paid. Notes, pens, get it ready, because I'm dropping the history on the birth certificate. Nobody told you this, but here at this channel. A, the sum of 50 cents for each birth certificate properly and completely made out, registered, and promptly returned by him to the commissioner as required by this article. B, the sum of 50 cents for each death certificate properly and completely made out in accordance with the International Classification of Diseases and returned and filed with the registrar and correctly recorded and promptly returned by him to the commissioner as required by this article. C, the sum of 50 cents for each burial, removal, or transit permit issued by him. D, the sum of 50 cents for each report of fetal death properly and completely made out and filed with the registrar. And E, his actual and necessary expenses. 2, a village clerk, unless the charter of the village provides otherwise, or a town clerk serving as registrar of vital statistics, shall be entitled to the fees provided in this section. If a city clerk, town clerk, or village clerk is appointed a registrar of vital statistics as authorized by section 4122(1) of the article, all fees collected by such registrar the discharge of his duties shall be the property of the city, town, or village, and shall be paid to the chief fiscal officer of such city, town, or village, provided, however, that amount equivalent to the sum of such fees shall be paid at least monthly by such chief fiscal officer to such city clerk, town clerk, or village clerk entitled to receive fees as a registrar of vital statistics. 3. A. In any city, town, or village, the legislative body of the city, town, board, or board of trustees may provide that the registrar be paid a stipulated daily, monthly, or annual salary instead of the fees provided for by this article. B. If a stipulated salary is fixed, all fees collected by the registrar in the discharge of his duties shall be the property of the city, town, or village, and shall be paid to the chief fiscal officer, supervisor, or village treasurer, as the case may be. C. In any city, town, or village where the compensation of the registrar is fixed by the legislative body of the city, town, board, or board of trustees at a stipulated salary, the provisions herein as to the payment of fees or as to the certification by the commissioner shall not apply. D. In any city, town, or village, the registrar shall keep a true and correct account of all fees received by him or her and report the amount of such fees to the officer of such city, town, or village on an annual basis. 4. In any case where a local health officer is appointed as registrar of vital statistics, he shall serve as such registrar without additional remuneration therefor. 5. In any case where a director or other person in charge of any state, hospital, charitable, or penal institution is appointed or acts as registrar of vital statistics of such registration district, he shall serve as such registrar without additional remuneration therefor. 6. All amounts payable to the local registrar under the provisions of this article shall be paid by the municipality comprising the registration district upon the certification by the commissioner. 7. Remuneration and expenses of the registrars of districts which have been divided into 2 or more primary registration districts shall be paid by the municipality comprising the original district. 8. Remuneration and expenses of registrars of combined districts shall be paid by the municipalities comprising such districts in proportion as each would be required to compensate a separate registrar for its own district, except that when such combined districts coincide with consolidated health district, the remuneration and expenses of the registrar shall be paid by the Board of Health of such consolidated health district as provided by Section 399 of this chapter. B, in any combined district, the governing boards of the municipalities comprising such district or in a combined district coinciding with a consolidated health district, the Board of Health thereof, or in a district divided into two or more primary registration districts, the governing board of the municipality comprising the original district may provide that registrar or registrars therein be paid a stipulated daily, monthly, or annual salary instead of fees provided for by this article. C, if a salary is paid as provided in paragraph B of this section, all fees collected by the registrar in the discharge of his duties shall be the property of the municipality or municipalities involved, and the provisions herein requiring the payment of fees to the registrar or the certificate or the certification by the commissioner shall not apply. 9, the commissioner shall certify annually to the municipality the number of births and deaths properly registered with the name of the local registrar and the amount due him at a rate fixed herein. Now remember, the rate at the beginning, what I read, the registrars were receiving 50 cents for each birth in a hospital, okay, and each death and each stillbirth in a hospital. The registrars of the birth certificates were paid 50 cents. That was before they had implemented a salary. Let's go on. Number 10, except as otherwise provided, each sub-registrar in counties designated pursuant to this article as primary registration district shall be paid. A, the sum of 50 cents for each birth and death certificate properly and completely made out and received, noted, and forwarded to the registrar of the district as required by this article. B, the sum of 50 cents for each burial or removal permit issued by him, and C, the sum of 50 cents for each report of fetal death properly and completely made out and filed with the registrar. 11, A, the board of supervisors of the county in which such primary registration district is located may provide that the sub-registrar be paid a stipulated daily, monthly, or annual salary instead of the fees provided for by the subdivision 11 of this section. B, the fees specified to be paid sub-registrars under subdivision 11 or in lieu thereof, the salary provided for by the Board of Supervisors of the county shall be paid by the county embracing such primary registration district. New York State.gov New York State, okay, with the seal. All right, my people. So basically, the history of the registrar that gave out, who issued the birth certificates, who issued the death certificates, and who issued the still death births in all the hospitals were first paid 50 cents a head for each baby, each death, and each stillborn. Now, listen, there are 218 hospitals in the state of Manhattan. That's just in Manhattan. Other in other states, you would go in your own state and find out how many hospitals are in your state. Now, based upon the hospitals, my people, that are in your state, is how much the registrar's office makes off of each baby born, each death certificate created, and each stillborn that is born dead in the hospital. Do you understand the mathematics on how much money each hospital in your state is making every fucking minute that a baby is born? Okay? So, 50 cents, like say, for instance, okay, because we math, all right? Say, for instance, there's 1,000 babies born in a matter of 2 hours in your state. Okay? Every minute, a baby is being born all over the world. That is why they had to create hospitals, because hospitals are a municipality, which is a money-making machine. So if you own a hospital, you will forever be wealthy. Okay, forever. There will not be a day that you will go broke if you own a hospital. Straight up. Now, let's get into some serious right now. Let's break it down. Why was the 50-cent fee created? Why did the registrars make 50 cents off of each baby born? Okay, historically, many local registrars of vital statistics were not salaried employees, meaning they did not have a salary. Instead, New York compensated them per record processed. Under the Public Health Law 4124, a registrar could receive 50 cents for each birth certificate properly completed, registered, and returned. 50 cents for each death certificate properly completed and recorded. 50 cents for each report of fetal death, stillbirth. 50 cents for each burial, removal, and transit permit issued. Reimbursement for actual and necessary expenses. This is actual, my people, and factual. This is in the history of New York State. What is in the history of your state where you were born? You need to go find that out. Who paid the registrar? The statute provided that the municipality, city, town, or village paid the registrar upon certification by the Commissioner of Health. It was not a payment from the parents of the newborn or the family of the deceased person directly to the registrar. What changed over time? The law also allowed municipalities to replace the pre-record fee with a daily, monthly, or annual salary when that happened. The registrar no longer kept individual fees. Fees collected became property of the municipality. So, how in the world can the municipality ever say that they're bankrupt? Babies are being born by the minute. Probably every second a baby is born and another soul is recycled. My people, wake up, stand up, or you will get shot down because this system is no joke. Let's create our own hospitals, my people, like they created a hospital. Create your own. That's what it's about, my people. Create your own. How the system connects. The statutory chain works like this. Are you ready, my people? Listen to what I'm telling you. Nobody is telling you how I'm telling you and breaking it down to its teeniest atom and molecule. Now, the statutory chain works like this. 1. The Commissioner of Health oversees the New York's vital statistics system. The state is divided into registration districts, each with a registrar. Births, deaths, and fetal deaths are registered by the local registrar. The registrar transmits records to the commissioner for preservation. 5. Compensation is governed by 4124. What the law does not say. The statute does not state that a birth certificate creates ownership of a person. The state receives title to a person because a birth is registered. The 50-cent compensation converts a birth certificate into a financial instrument or certificate of title. Instead, the law establishes an administrative system for creating and maintaining accurate vital records and compensating officials for that work. So, I'm giving you some homework, my people. Your goal is to trace the legislative history of your state's birth certificate. Straight up. Find out if your state also had 50-cent fees for the first registrars who were not salaried workers. They worked on commission. So they had to have babies being produced every minute. They had to have people, making babies. They needed people, to have sex so that they could have babies, so that they could make money. That's the bottom line. Okay? The system is all about currency. The system is all about the flow. What is your flow, my people? Because we got flow over here. Now, based on New York law, the New York Registrar of Vital Statistics and the Commissioner of Health are not attached to or connected with a commercial bank or financial institution in the way a customer bank or trust company is. Instead, they are officials within the New York State Department of Health, and their authority comes from the New York Public Health Law, not from the banking law. The commissioner supervises the state's public health system, including vital records system. The administration, the administrative chain is generally Governor of New York, New York State Department of Health, Commissioner of Health, state of local registrars of vital statistics, birth, death, fetal death, and other vital records. Now, the New York State Department of Financial Services regulates New York State chartered banks, trust companies, credit unions, and other financial institutions. The Department of Health and its registrars are not part of that banking regulatory structure. Okay? So, the registrar or commissioner is connected to the Federal Reserve, U.S. Treasury, Depository Trust Company, DTC, CUSIF, or any commercial bank through birth certificates. Okay, basically, I'm not aware of any New York statute or official policy establishing such a legal or financial connection. Birth certificates are maintained as vital records under public health law, not as banking or security records. So, my people, let's take a deep dive and let's open up the legislative New York Senate.gov. Take that walk with me. Check this out, my people. 206, Commissioner, General Powers and Duties. The Commissioner shall, okay, take cognizance of the interests of health and life of the people of the state and all matters pertaining thereto, and exercise the functions, powers, and duties of the department prescribed by law. Exercise general supervision over the work of all local boards of health and health officers unless otherwise provided by law. C. Exercise general supervision and control of the medical treatment of patients in the state institutions, public health centers, and clinics in the department. My people, there is so much that's here that you need to go and read it for yourself, because this dive is beyond deep. This is the history of the birth certificate. So, hospitals, funeral parlors, graveyards, all of that, the commissioner has a connection. The registrar reports to the commissioner. So you need to go in your own state and find out what are the rules and the regulations of the vital statistics in your state. Because then you can understand on how the birth certificate works, how you can use it, and what it is used for. Okay. Now, if you want to get with me and learn this knowledge firsthand with a consultation, 407-300-5377. Holla at us, Flame, holla at me. And we can get you that deep dive and show you how this birth certificate really goes down and how the birth certificate really moves as commercial paper within commerce. My people, you know, this is a major, major discovery for us as a we the people, because we already knew this because we wrote these laws, but we forgot. I am just rediscovering and tapping in and sharing the knowledge with you straight up, because together is a house that stands, but divided a house we fall. So let's stand together. Let's build our own hospitals. Let's be our own midwives. And let's birth our babies in our own domiciles and have and create our own birth certificates, so we are not ahead in their hospital for 50 cents. My people, you perish for lack of knowledge. And I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you, my people. Let's see what's going on in the chat. It's heated. Yo, what up? Melinda, Blazers. Yeah, peace to Data One. Peace to my people, Anna. Peace to to MK. Peace to all my Chicago people in the house. Peace to all my New Yorkers in the house. Peace to all my people from California in the house. Peace to all my Hawaiians in the house. Alpha Omega, peace. Woo, we heated up in this place. Yo, peace to Kathy. Yo, peace to Health. Laura, peace to all my people out there in the chat, the public chat, and peace to all my people in the private chat. Names shall not be mentioned in the private chat, but peace, yo. Holla at us, 407-300-5377. Yo, my people, we got that flavor. We got that sauce. You know what I'm saying? We saucy up in here. Yo, go check out my jams. Flame, Sister Flame, you know what I'm saying? My people. You know, we got you. We giving you the history on this birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Shit. Get down with the BC, my nigga. The BC will set you free. All you need is that BC. You know what I'm saying? Because the BC got your name on it. And the name is everything, my people. You know what I'm saying? The commissioner of vital statistics knows that. How you doing, Mr. James? Vital Statistics Commissioner of New York. How you doing out there? UCC 1-308, all rights reserved, my niggas. Yo, all rights reserved. All rights reserved, my people. So, you know, let's get into this shit right here, my people. They talk a lot on you know, they got levels to 4124, public health law 4124. It's mad levels. You know what I'm saying? It's levels. You gotta read this. You know, the process by which The Health Benefit Exchange State Enrollment Center and State Medicaid Enrollment Center will begin accepting applications on October the 1st, 2013. Okay, 2013. This is 2026. Okay. Public Law 4124, New York State Public Law 4124. Go look it up. Go look up the public law in your state. You will understand the birth certificate a whole much more. A whole much more. Okay? That's broken English. A whole much more. Check it. The department shall submit as part of its annual report prepared pursuant to Section 164 of the Executive Law, which may be submitted in electronic format, comprehensive information, including but not limited to a detailed description of the department's mission, priorities, and goals for the upcoming year, achievements of the past year, and any relevant data and statistics. So, the commissioner shall provide a written or electronic copy of any state plan amendment submitted to the centers for Medicare and Medicaid services. So, my people, if you are not studying your public law of your state, because that is the connection to the birth certificate, it also tells you how the birth certificate is moved through the system. Okay? You have a Federal Health Care and Education Reconciliation Act of 2010. Okay? Go look that up. For real. Go look it up, my people. Because, you know, it's real out here on the battlefield. It's real, my people. I'm going to skip that because I gave you vital info in 37 seconds. I gave you mad knowledge in 37 seconds. 37 minutes. Yo, you know, that's how we do over here. Okay? Straight up. United States, y'all. We in the United States of America, United States Private Enterprise Free State. You know what I'm saying? So, UCC 1-308, all rights reserved, my people. So, I'm going to tell you something right here so that you people can really go and take this dive, because this is public law. That's why if you don't know public law, I don't know what to tell you. The birth occurs, okay? When a child is born in a hospital, the hospital collects information about the birth. The attending physician, nurse, midwife, or other authorized person is required to provide information for the birth record on forms prescribed by the Commissioner of Health. So, my people, the hospital has the birth record. The medical staff provide the required facts. The Commissioner of Health prescribes the forms and procedures. The registration, the birth certificate, is submitted to the appropriate registrar of vital statistics. The registrar's statutory duties include examining the certificate, numbering it, dating and filing it, maintaining the local record, transmitting records as required by law. So let's look at this. That is New York Public Law Section 4170. Go take a look at it, my people. Open it up, go take a look at it, and then go to New York State Legislative, New York Senate.gov. Go take a look at the laws, my people. I'm not saying it. The law is saying it. Flame is not saying this. The law is saying it. All you got to do is go look it up. New York Public Law, Section 4170. New York Public Law, Section 4124. Now, tell me that I have never done nothing for free. I'm giving it to you right now for free. Where's my donation? Can I get a donation? $RUBIEWILKIE. Cash App it. I dropped you mad knowledge, my people. Now, the New York State Department of Health has overall responsibility for the state's vital statistics system outside New York City, while the Commissioner of Health has general supervision of vital statistics, including prescribing forms, maintaining records, and enforcing the law uniformly. Let's take a look at that. Oh man, let's open it up and let's see what that uniform law is. My people, wake up. Wake up. Section 4100. My people, vital statistics, functions, powers, and duties of the Department Commissioner of Public Health Council. You know, my people, go there and read it. I mean, if it's a short read, I can read it. But if it's a long ass, drawn out read, it ain't gonna happen today. And it's not short, but it's not long. But basically, you know, it's telling you all the functions that the commissioner does. You should know this. What the commissioner is doing with your birth certificate. Wow, it's locked inside of the county clerk's office, down in your county, in your state. You know what I'm saying? That is what you need to know. I just gave you the sauce. I just gave you the saucy sauce, drop, top on where to find it. So my people, yo, is this right here, my people? Did you not see this part? Okay. Didn't we talk to you about this the other day, my people? The term, the certified copy of the birth certificate. Then you have the term, a certified transcript of the birth certificate. And then you have the term, a certification of birth. And then you have another term, a certification of death. And then you have another term, the electronic death. And then you have all these terms. My people, wake up and read the flavor. Flavor. I'm the flavor right here of the year. Straight up, my people, perish. for lack of knowledge. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Yo, vital statistics enforcement. Go read vital statistics enforcement, how they enforce the birth certificate. Okay? That can be found 4101. All right? Vital statistics enforcement. The commissioner is hereby charged with the execution of the provisions of this article and is hereby granted supervisory power over registrars, deputy registrars, and sub-registrars to the extent that there shall be uniform compliance with all the requirements of this article. Go and read it for yourself, my people. Okay? Know what the registrar, know the enforcement that is going on. Or should I drop it to you? Should I drop it? Each registrar is hereby charged with the enforcement of the provisions of this article in his registration district under the supervision and direction of the commissioner. He shall make an immediate report to the commissioner of any violation of any provision of this article coming to his knowledge by observation or upon complaint of any person or otherwise. About the birth certificate, are they making the corrections for your birth certificate? Did you change the address on your birth certificate? That is such a key factor to the game, my people. You perish for lack of knowledge. You perish for the lack of wisdom about the history of your BC. You should know the history of your BC. Why don't you know the history of your VC, vital statistics evidence? Okay? 4103, section 4103, vital statistics evidence. Go read it for yourself. Because that read, my people, it's a short read. Do you want me to read it to you? Okay. Check it. Vital statistics evidence. 1. Certified copies of a birth certificates, certification of birth, certified and verified transcripts of birth certificates, certificates of birth, data and certificates of registration of birth shall be accepted by public school authorities in this state of prima facie evidence of age of children registering for school attendance and by the legally constituted authorities as prima facie proof of age for the issuance of employment certificates. Did you know to be employed, you're going to receive an employment certificate? Provided that when it is not possible to secure such certified copy of the birth certificate, certification of birth, certified or verified transcript of the birth certificate, certified of birth data or certificate of registration of birth for any child the school authorities may accept as a secondary proof of any of the kinds of evidence specified in the labor law. So your labor is tied to the BC. Your labor is tied to the SSA SSN. Your labor is being tracked by the Commissioner of Vital Statistics. I didn't say it. The law just said it. It just gave you the evidence. Did you just not hear what I said? Kinds of evidence specified in the labor law. This is coming straight out of their law, not my law. I didn't make this law up. It's coming out of the law that was left here on the land. Are you part of the land record yet? If you're not part of the land record, give us a call. 407-300-5377, and we can help you become part of the land record. Now, let's read on. Number 2, my people. Any copy of the record of a birth or a death or any certificate of registration of birth or any certification of birth, when properly certified by the local registrar, shall be prima facie as evidence of the facts therein stated in all courts and places and in all actions, proceedings, or applications, judicial, administrative, or otherwise, and any such certificate of registration of birth or any such certification of birth shall be accepted with the same force of effect with respect to the facts therein stated as the original certificate of birth or a certified copy thereof. A certified copy of the record of a birth or death, a certification of a birth or death, a transcript of a birth or death certificate, a certificate of birth data, or a certificate of registration of birth when properly certified by the commissioner or persons authorized to act for him shall be prima facie evidence in all courts and places of the facts therein stated. That is why, before you go to court, you always add a birth certificate into the case. It's prima facie evidence of who you say you are. Therefore, you cannot be foreign to the land. You are domiciled and you're domestic on the land. Let us show you how to get back on the land. I just read it to you. That's one of the pieces of paperwork that you need to get back on the land. My people, you perish for lack of knowledge. Should we go on? Do you want more? Are you thirsty? Do you hunger for the word of truth found in the birth certificate history? Let's take a deeper dive. Well, what does the deeper dive say? Vital statistics application of article. Okay, we may read this to you. Okay, we can. It's a very, very short read. Section 4104, Vital Statistics Application of Article. The provisions of this article, except for the provisions contained in paragraph I of subdivision 2 and subdivision 4 of section 4100, section 4103, subdivision 2 of section 4135, section 4135B, subdivision 8 of section 4174, paragraphs B, R, and E of subdivision 1, paragraph A and B of subdivision 3 and subdivisions 5 and 8 of section 4138, subdivision 11 of section 4138C, paragraph B of subdivision 3, section 4138D, section 4138E, and section 4179 of this article shall not apply to the city of New York. So then what does it apply to? Let's take a deeper dive. My people, you don't want to perish for lack of knowledge. So let's go backwards. Okay? Shall we? Shall we move backwards on the board of the Exchequer? Do you know what the board of the Exchequer is? It's the game of life. So when you come to this channel, my people, the United States Private Enterprise Free State Channel, we are always giving it to you straight, no chaser. No motherfucking chaser, my nigga. No chaser. I dropped you knowledge in 1 freaking hour. 1 hour, I gave you vital history on the BC, Certificate of Birth. It's a certificate, my people. Get at us. 407-300-5377. Cash App us a donation. $ RUBIEWILKIE. We are the foregoing forefront major in the running, always giving it to you straight, no chaser, on the spot, facts, because that's all we deal in. That birth certificate has to go in every court case, my people. Did you not hear the prima facie evidence? Did you hear the case is dismissed based on prima facie evidence? The birth certificate, the DBA. Who is the registered agent over that BC? Get with us and we can help you get there. It's just one small step to mankind, the kind of people that you want. My people, you perish for lack of knowledge. I gave it to you. In 1 hour, I dropped you the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, the culture, the equality, the cipher, I dropped it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, knowledge, wisdom, cipher, overstanding, understanding. We understand because we stand under the ledge to make sure that we can hold on our shoulders the weight that's above us. The weight is heavy. The BC is the foundation. The BC is how you do not starve. Your ancestors created a birth certificate system for us, by us, in your name, that's on that BC. That is your true ownership. You cannot bypass it, but you can use it as prima facie evidence. My people, I haven't been asleep in fucking 3,000 years. I've been awake for 3,000 years. And I'm still here right now. This has to be what? My 20th thousand year returning here on earth to tell you what I just told you. And I'm still here pumping knowledge, wisdom, cipher, overstanding, understanding, knowing the ledge of how we moving on the exchequer board. Straight up. If you ain't moving how I'm moving, then get with me. 407-300-5377. That's how we move in this piece. The BC is a piece on the exchequer board. Now, the piece is a castle. Why are we saying that the prima facie evidence is the castle? Because, my people, it was the first piece on the board. Without the BC, you would not exist on the exchequer board. Now, the king and queen of England know this. The Pope knows this. Everybody knows this except you. My faithful fans and listeners that tune in to whenever I drop you the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding. They know the cipher when it goes down. You know what I'm saying? Equality is what we build upon, because equality is to know the ledge. We play the middle of the board at the exchequer on the board. We are the meridian. We are the 0 point on the exchequer board. The 0 point is neutral. You always have the neutral position when you sit in the castle. The castle is the county clerk's office. Did you not know this? Well, now you know. The county clerk's office is the castle. Do you know how to create your own county clerk's office? Do you know how to create your own fucking court, my nigga? That is key to the game, because the court is the castle. The court is the county clerk. The court is everything. Deposit your BC down at the county clerk court. My people, this is part of the history of the BC. Did I not tell you what just went down in the county clerk's office of what the commissioner does and what the registrars do? And who they have to report back to is the commissioner, where you have to deposit your BC. So your BC is the prima facie evidence that has already been deposited. Do you not understand or understand what I'm saying? Know the ledge of the knowledge, wisdom, overstanding of the cipher that I'm dropping you right now. Straight up. If you are who you say you are, then it behooves me, my people, it behooves me that you have not opened up your eyes to see the prima facie evidence, the title, the deed to your land. Have you re entered your domestic dwelling in the castle where you were born? Your domestic dwelling has never moved, has never gone anywhere. It's always been domestic on the land. It's not foreign to anybody. Yes, it is foreign to those in another district, in another domicile, but to you, it's domestic, it's on the land. You've never left, you just forgot. Wake up, my people. 407 300 5377. Come back to Jamaica. What's old is what's new. We want you to join us. We've been waiting for you. Come back to the domestic land. Come back home. Come back to your land. What's old is what's new. We want you to join us. We've been waiting for you. This may go way over a lot of people's heads because some of y'all are not ready for the truth. We only drop facts of knowledge because this is high magic, high sorcery, high witchcraft, high whatever you want to say. But the birth certificate is prima facie evidence that you exist on the land. Have you claimed it? I don't think so. That's why Dorothy went to the wizard. She was trying to claim her land. The wizard just told her, click her heels 3 times. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. And back to the land she went. Back into the dream state, back into her bed, back into the physical world, back onto the farm land with Auntie May. There you go. Did I not drop the whole science to you? My people, you perish for lack of knowledge. Wake up. Prima facie evidence is in your hand. Your BC. Come back to the land, my people. Should I say it again? Come back to Jamaica. What's old is what's new. We want you to join us. We've been waiting for you. Straight up, my people, come back to the land, the United States of America, the land of the Lenape. Come back to the land. Come back to your domestic roots. You can only file a claim in a domestic court on a domestic land. You cannot be foreign to the domestic BC down at the county clerk. That is the house, and that is the chess piece on the board that's called the castle. I kid you not. Do your own research. You don't have to believe what I say. Go look at what the law says. So, my people, yo, come back to Jamaica. What's old is what's new. Come back to the domestic land. What's old is what's new. We want you to join us. We have been waiting for you. What are you waiting for, my people? We the people. We the Lenape people of New York. What are you waiting for? All the doors are open. All the prima facie evidence is staring you in the face. You hold the prima facie evidence. Why are you disregarding it as nothing? You know, why? You have to wake up. You have to wake up to they have put you to sleep for a long time. Who are they? Foreigners to the land. We're not going to mention what foreigners, give them any labels. They're just foreigners. We are the domestic people on the land. We, the Lenape people who created the Lenape nation. We, the Lenape people, we, the people who created the Constitution of the United States of America. We, the people, stand up for justice. We, the people who created the Bill of Rights. We, the people who created everything that you see before you. We, the people. We, the people. We, the people. You are your savior. You are the one that will uplift yourself out of what they have put the entire world in. We, the people, must stay connected as one tribe, one race, one country, one state, one Lenape. We, the people, we throw the peace sign up. We welcome you into the nation of the Lenape people. We, the people of New York. We, the people of planet Earth. We, the people. Raise your birth certificate now. Tell your birth certificate that you love your birth certificate. You are on the birth certificate. That birth certificate goes with you everywhere. Give the birth certificate to a cop if you're stopped by a cop. Give the birth certificate to anybody because that's your prima facie evidence of who you are and all the rights that you have in your state. Because the state is the country. Present your birth certificate to the cop. Let him see who you are. Know your rights. That is prima facie evidence. When you give your license to the cop, you give the license along with the birth certificate. Straight up. You know, we are here to be the light and the love and the light of the world. We are the light of the world. That's what Jesus Christ was, if he was a man and he ever did walk the planet. He was the light of the world. But that was the sun. The sun that shines up in the sky is the light of the world. And no person goes through the light of the world. You have to go through the sun. Sun is the light of the world. The sun is a plasmic portal that we all go through. The womb is a plasmic portal. The sun is a plasmic portal. Okay? So, my people, you perish for lack of knowledge. Your birth certificate is prima facie evidence of who you are. Be proud of who you are. You were born to the world. If you are in New York, you are of the Lenape Nation. We are a nation of we the people, a strong we the people. The Lenape Nation. We have spoken. Donations 407-300-5377. $ RUBIEWILKIE. My people, donate to the Lenape Nation. We are here. We are standing. The United States Private Enterprise Free State, along with the Lenape Nation, stand for peace. Peace amongst all the we the people. We are the light. We are the salvation. No one goes through the father or the mother, but by way of the son. Stand up for your right to party. And to party is to be free. You must be free on your land. You must be free. Free to stand upright and not in their animal nature anymore. Humans are no longer animals. We are sentient beings and we walk upright. We are not cavemen. We are not cave women. We are sentient Lenapeans on the land, domestic. Okay, my people? We, the people, we, the Lenape people, we, the United States Private Enterprise Free State, we stand strong on the light and love that we sprinkle like the fairies upon our people right now. We sprinkle the fairy dust upon the land. We sprinkle the fairy dust upon the animals. We sprinkle the fairy dust upon the nature of the situations that we all go through, because the fairy dust is the magical spell to release us from the go through that we go through. You are now released. Go in peace and be free, my people. Raise up. Be you. Be at one with nature. Do not defy Mother Nature. Be in sync with Mother Nature. Raise your children to be in sync with Mother Nature. That is how we remove foreigners from our land. Straight up. The Spirit speaks through me to you. That's how it moves. When the Spirit says, I do. I come to you with the blessing, the blessing, whatever you want to call it. I give you the magic, and now you have it. My people, do not perish for lack of knowledge. If you hang out with us, you will always be free, because freedom is based upon your willingness to search for the truth, to go on the quest of knowledge. Take that deep dive and just dive dive into it. If you fall, you're never going to hit ground, because there's no ground. The only ground is you. So if you fall, you can always get back up. If you die, you can always resurrect. Didn't Jesus Christ do it? Or did Jesus Christ have some help? If he was a man. So, the Spirit told me that we're not even going to go there, but my people, raise up. When you raise up and see what I'm really telling you, the BC is prima facie evidence that you are part of the nation that was original on the land in your state, which is a country. So you find out what nation was established in your state. So that's the nation of Indians, okay, that, this is deeper than what you think. We're going deeper than Moors. Moors is another made up fucking category of people that chose to, break off from the true tribe. Anybody can make up a tribe, name it, and DBA it in, okay, and register it in. Anybody can do it. Have you done it yet? That is what separates you from the foreigners. I just gave it to you in a nutshell. So crack open the nutshell, my people. I just gave it to you. 407-300-5377. Get that consultation. Stop playing. Get the consultation. Know the ledge before you jump off. Because, you could keep on jumping. Because we jump every day into different portals. When you drive and jumping into different portals. When you go through the highway, you're jumping. Straight up. I'm trying to give my people the knowledge that they need. You don't want to perish, my people. You do not want to perish for lack of knowledge. I've been on here all day with y'all. It's time to be out. Stay up, stay one, stay strong. My people, we are out.